What happened to your finger?
Oh, can of spray paint exploded.
Oh, I thought you smashed it.
No,
Like you...
no. I was working at a game store, spray painting some miniature scenery, and the with rattle cans, the spray head top. So I pushed down on it and it
sprayed your own self.
It failed, and the thing flew off, and then it just spewed like an oil well.
Oh, you're lucky it wasn't worse than that.
For real, right? Like the fact that I had it out here and I was like spraying like this, and it just went. And so I just kind of put it down on the asphalt and let it kind of work itself out. But it got all up my whole right hand, and this is what's left.
I always now, I wear little rubber gloves for almost everything now. I wear them when I'm chopping meat, and like anytime I'm cooking, I'm wearing them. When I'm in the garage, I'm wearing them. I was cleaning the rust off of something, and I wore them for that. Like, then you just whoop, and it's like it never happened.
That's all fine and good, but I'm not ready for that kind of preparation. And speaking of preparation, welcome to the pilot episode of the podcast that remains nameless, although I am leaning toward Harvey and Gordy Explain It All.
Yeah, maybe we should take a poll on that.
We probably should. Oh,
I bet somebody out there has the perfect name for us.
That is probably true. And so by the time this airs, we will have done that, and it will have whatever name it has.
And we will no longer be nameless.
Right, exactly. And then what's going to happen is, of course, everybody in the comments is going to be like, no, Harvey and Gordy Explained It All was perfect. Why did you ever think of anything else?
I think it throws some people for a loop there, but no, whoever listens to this they know where we're at with that.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, because for the people who have no idea who we are, Nate, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Nate Richard. I played Harvey on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yay!
But that's not all you did. I mean, I know a lot of people know you from that, but there are other things in your milieu and
sure.
in your catalog.
I try to stay busy.
Inside the podcast notes, I will link to our IMDb Pro profiles so that you know that we're not just,
making stuff up as we go along. You should have seen me in Gladiator, man.
Exactly.
I kicked some butt.
You were especially good in The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That one paid for a house.
Right. And I am Curtis Anderson, and most people know me best as Gordy from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, although back in the 90s and early 2000s, I was passed around like a joint in Hollywood as a guest star on a lot of shows.
Yes,
so I would love to be known more as the guy who was in that show that you watched that one time. But
I always thought that was the most amazing career to have. My friend Gene is like that. He got his SAG card in RoboCop.
Oh, right.
And he was the guy who said, "What the hell is that thing?" And and he's been that guy, and like you'd see him and go, "I know you from something. I can't." And I always thought that's the most tremendous career, because you can go to the grocery store and still maintain a career and
and still buy food, which is always handy, and not something you can always do in this job,
especially not in this town.
Right.
Yeah, which is why you moved to Portland, or one of the many reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it is very different up here, and is definitely cheaper. Although it's starting to creep up, but still cheaper. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who may be wondering, we jumped on the bandwagon, and we decided that it was time to start podcasting. Do we necessarily have great things to share? I don't know. We think we do. I mean, we've got bullet points. We've got a script. We're going to cover some things. Are we funny? We think so. I hope you will too. And,
I think you're funny.
Well, I appreciate that, and you're a good audience. So
Well, I have the benefit of never having seen one of these or listened to one. I've caught pieces on, say, TikTok or something where I'll catch a piece of somebody's, but I've never sat down and fully listened to or watched a podcast. So
that's a very interesting take. I didn't know it was that fresh to you.
So, I'm just going to lay it out there as stop me if you heard this one. Let's just leave that in there permanently. So you can just stop me if you're like, nah, this has been done to death, because I really have no idea.
Well, to be fair, there are so many podcasts that are out in the world on so many different subjects. And for what it's worth, everybody, we're doing this as a window into us and being a couple of guys that don't want to turn you into an alpha male or teach you how to date. Like that's not our plan. No. We've been longtime industry professionals, and while this podcast will not be 100% entertainment industry stuff, sometimes it's nice to know that people working in this business actually have lives outside of this business, and God, I hope it's interesting. Oh God, we'll see how it goes.
I'm sure we'll hear about it.
100%. So
yeah. I mean, we'll talk about industry stuff, but
100%. And you're going to hear about the Sabrina stuff. We're going to tell Sabrina stories.
But it's 99% Curtis and I shooting the breeze like we always do. So this is really an excuse for us to just get together and gab.
Right.
Actually,
that wasn't originally in our bullet points, but it might be an interesting thing to talk about right off the top, like how we actually met each other.
I don't remember that far back, but I'm assuming it was on set.
Yeah. I remember my first day on episode 2, because I came in right at the start, right for Bunt Friday. And okay. But I remember I was used to being a day player and not really talking to anybody who wasn't directly in the scene. But Melissa, her mom Paula, and you were all extraordinarily friendly right off the bat, and it actually kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't know how to behave. So I was kind of like, oh, people are talking to me like they expect to see me again.
Right. And it is odd walking into that situation where maybe, you came in pretty early on, but to walk into basically somebody else's playroom and say, okay, I'm here to play with you guys. And
right.
and you could get a gamut of responses from people and very quickly know who you can talk to and who you can't sometimes.
For real.
Yeah.
And so it was just not, but at the same time, that first part was a 1-day thing. I didn't know I was coming back. And then it was like 4 weeks later and they were like, hey, come on back. We're going to do a Law and Order on you. We're going to dye your hair. We're going to have you play other characters. And this week you're going to be a geek. And I was like, awesome. All right. And then we did Geek Like Me. But yeah, no, I just remember one of my earliest memories of you, and it is something that I think of fondly, was this is when we were on Paramount. I came to the back.
Yeah, very quickly we started at Universal the first season and did Paramount the rest, that lot. So yeah.
And I showed up and I was just kind of strolling in and you popped out of your trailer and you were like, I saw you were going to be here today. I knew it was going to be a good week. And I was like, oh, that's really nice.
Well, yeah, I've got a pretty good sense of people, and who you're going to get along with. For me, pretty right off the bat, first 5 minutes of talking to somebody, if you're going to really hit it off with them, and you're just one of those people.
Well, I'm sorry, you're such a bad judge of character.
Yeah.
No.
Continuously, here we are, how many years later, and we're still friends?
Right.
A lot of years.
According to the script, we are now supposed to catch up on personal highlights of the week. Have there been any personal highlights, Nate?
Oh boy, I did a deep clean on the apartment here, and I like doing it myself. I'm good at it. I trust my work. Did a deep clean on the apartment. Let's see, I refurbished an old weight bench I found at a friend of mine's workshop.
That's actually pretty cool.
What else? Yeah, I like to build and rebuild. I built my dining room table. I built a set of chairs with Martin Mull in his garage one time, and
nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have those anymore. But yeah, I like working with my hands. I always have. My dad was in construction all my life, so I kind of grew up in that. I mean, my very first job, aside from the entertainment industry, was roofing houses in the summer, which I highly do not recommend.
Yeah, that's rough.
And yeah, I did it that one summer, and that was pretty much it. I've done it here and there since. But yeah, I like working with my hands. It's always been something to fall back on because with, it's feast or famine with this acting business.
Yeah.
And, you and I both have had our fair share of famine. So.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Ugh.
So yeah, I enjoy building things, stuff like that. It makes me... feel focused. It makes me sweat a little, which is good for you, and
it always feels good to be in a clean house.
So that's what I've been up to lately. Yeah, and for the first few years that I moved in, I really didn't do much. I didn't hang anything on the walls. So in the last few weeks, month or so, I've been just constantly working on something. Hung some hanging plants throughout the apartment. We got some more green in here. I'm really digging it.
Nice. Yeah. My week has felt like it hasn't stopped since last week. I didn't realize how much was going on until things were going on. Oddly enough, the one thing I haven't been able to do at all is clean around the house. So my backdrop is hiding a tremendous amount of laundry.
Is this the equivalent of talking about the weather? Are we like making the most? We're just starting off with...
100%,
we cleaned our apartments.
100%, and
but I mean,
this is the stuff people want to know.
Right? Yeah. I mean, we're not living a lavish lifestyle. We
right.
we like to work and entertain and be creative, but we also enjoy the smaller things like
like cleaning up,
deep cleaning the kitchen sink and
doing some laundry, making some things happen.
Not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think it just gives you an insight to how average we are, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine being an average guy. I really enjoy it.
You know what? I think that's the perfect transition
to
move into section 2. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna move into section 2, and in fact, I'm gonna do a really cool wipe here. Are you ready?
Okay.
So,
I don't know what that meant till later, but
yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it in the edit. You'll see it in the edit when I push the wipe, and then we got the little title screen that says,
"That's so
What's
cool, man.
new?"
That's so cool.
And for those of you who are audio listeners, there's a graphic there. So go to YouTube, and everything's. Oh God, I think everything is just going to be on mine and Nate's individual social media accounts because. With the collapse of social media, there is no reason to try and make something uniquely branded to this show in and of itself. Because, honest to God, I don't want to try and get traction there. We already have people following us. Let's just let them know where we are. So yeah.
Well, you know what you're saying right now is again not knowing much about podcasts. It's already out of my depth. Whatever it was you just relayed. Went right over my head.
That's all right. I've been a marketing professional for about 25 years. So yeah, we'll do some magic, and we'll get those numbers. This is the section
back to business
we call What's New, and this is when we talk about the things that are new with us. Hence the graphic. We've actually been working on quite a bit of stuff the last year or so.
Yeah. Entertainment-wise?
Entertainment-wise.
Yeah.
Last year, Nate and I did a short called Under Five that has been lagging in post-production forever, but is actually
That's the way it goes when
that is
it's
the way
on
it
your
goes.
dime.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But it is on its way out soon, and eventually it will be on the Use of Tubes as well. And you just did a pilot, right?
I did a couple. I did one for my friend Jay Mandium at USC.
And that got nominated for an award, yeah?
I'm with Jay. It's like he pulls rabbits out of the hat all the time. So yeah.
Fair.
And then my friend Kevin Yee, I just helped him out with one there, and yeah.
Now, have you found?
It's nice to get back out there and have some fun. And this is somebody I already knew and was comfortable with. Same with Jay. I've known Jay for a lot of years. And so it was really comfortable environment. It was a lot of fun to do. They're both very funny people. Got to meet some of their lovely cast members, and yeah.
And of course, where appropriate, we will drop links for things that can be seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay's is finished, and Kevin's has just been released, and we'll drop those links.
Yeah. Now, as a fellow babyface actor in his mid to late 40s, have you found yourself entering your villain era yet?
Yes, the Kevin Yee pilot was just that. I was his. I'm trying to use a PG word here. Not a nice guy.
I think you could just say it.
Not a nice guy boss.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of fun. I love doing that. And that's the thing about Sabrina the Teenage Witch is we had our personalities were magically induced, and we got to play a lot of different characters and in different themes every week. It was something different. So yeah, I got to play the nice guy boyfriend, which was fun, but I also got to be a guy who just got transformed back from being a dog. I got to be a crazy beast man digging in the trash can, like just so many fun and different. It was like 100 shows in one as far as the performance for us individually went. It was
Although I do feel like you've got a asshole boss like theme recurring right now, because
I'm that guy now. I'm straight white bald guy. I mean, it doesn't get any more like I'm in the skin of an asshole.
Right. And then and like same thing for me. The last thing that I did that's going to be on Amazon that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. I'm actually like a mob guy.
You've already said too much.
I know, right? Exactly.
They're listening.
They're going to be looking it up. Yeah.
You're done, man.
It's all over.
All right.
My career is ruined. It's done. And then we've got the show that that we did together, that we just did, that's getting shopped right now, that we're not allowed to say the title of either.
Oh, really?
The horror one, yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who might be trying to pick out clues as we talk about this, there is a horror show that is in development right now that we are shopping, that I'm producing, and that the creator of the show really wants you for the role that you read in the reading.
That's amazing. That was so much fun. I really, really wish we could talk more about that.
I know, right? Right.
It's so much fun.
Well,
and what a clever idea too.
That's kind of the stickler thing of the modern entertainment industry, that the nature of spoilers and trying to keep secrets and everything like that, even on things that aren't Marvel or like DC superheroes or major television shows, even just the fact that we're shopping this show, I can't discuss it, you know?
Well, you are.
But we can't talk about it in details. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Did I sign an NDA?
Yes.
I did?
Yes.
Damn, I was going to just tell all. can't get blood from a stone, man.
I know, right?
I could tell. I could just talk. I could tell the whole thing.
Well,
but I won't.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is kind of funny that, like, when you see actors on Instagram say, "Congratulations on booking network drama," or like Netflix show. It's like, we can't even say it. We can't even do it.
Really good thing.
Right.
Good for you.
And in the end, isn't it just an advertisement to be like, actor is working.
Yes.
Actor is working. He's
more
allowed
importantly
to be
for them,
working more.
our actor is working.
Right?
Give him more work. He is working. He's a working actor.
It is. Yeah. It is the kind of double-edged sword of the industry that the more you work, the more you work.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a lull, it's like, oh, well, if he's not working at this moment,
yeah,
is he allowed
something
to
must
work
be
right
wrong?
Now? Is there something going on?
Right.
Yeah. And that can be frustrating, but
and I'm sure we're preaching to the choir. A lot of them, if you guys are watching, that's just the way it is. Doesn't matter who you are. I mean, unless you're, I don't know, Tom Cruise, then you don't have to worry about it. But for most actors, it's you're going till you're not. It's the whole hurry up and wait thing, and you just gotta keep trucking.
That actually is an interesting thing to post here. You've heard us talk about this now. Wherever you're seeing this, mention down in the comments whether or not you are a person who is going through the entertainment industry, whether it's as a creator or actor or writer or whatever. And tell us, is this matching your experience that you're having right now? The podcast is a conversation.
Yeah, let's get everybody involved. Yeah. Honestly,
so yeah.
I would like to know what our audience is into. If I know we've got fans out there, and but I'm sure we've got some people that are involved in the business, and we could learn from them just as much as they could learn from us.
We could probably learn a lot from them. I mean,
right?
You got to remember, Nate and I started literally in the 80s. It's
we were
40
kids
years ago. Yeah. And the industry has changed so dramatically from how we got started. Like, legitimately, you used to be able to just sit by the couch next to the phone and just wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah, quite literally.
And
pager in your pocket.
Yep.
When you left the house,
all the work, and you really didn't have as much agency over yourself as you do now. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have multiple in-person auditions in a week.
Yeah, or a day.
Yeah, a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, remember those days?
Oh.
Going from Culver City back to Hollywood over to Burbank, and whoop, whoop,
that was my first Sabrina audition. It was like the third or fourth of the day. I had like 3 commercial auditions at 3 different buildings, and then I had to get over to Universal City to do the audition, and I was exhausted because driving around town, all over town, and then getting in. I think part of the reason why I booked it was just because I was tired. I couldn't be too in my head. I was just
too exhausted to sabotage yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Too tired.
And that, for everybody too, that's a very normal thing that most, not all actors get, but you have anxiety. It's almost like sometimes it feels like an interrogation rather than a job opportunity,
You got those hot lights on you.
You don't know what they know. You don't know what they want to know. They don't know, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Also, you're driving around all day and the traffic's horrible. You're thinking, you're running your lines in your head. You're just sweating, just flop sweat by the 3rd audition in one day. I remember those days. They were like a little gauntlet. They were interesting.
Yeah. But I kind of miss it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there was really something about being in the trenches and actually like walking into that room, going into those buildings that you used to know, like, and this is gonna 90% of you are gonna be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but like, do you remember commercial auditions at like the Henry Radio Building, and like
I couldn't tell you what that building was, where it was, any of the details, other than
That's fair.
I might be able to tell you what color the carpeting was. Once I'm in the room, like I'm very focused. But getting there, it was just get there. I've got my Thomas guide. Before Google Maps, you got your Thomas guide. Your da-da-da-da. And the waiting room, I don't remember those either for the most part, because I was just running lines in my head and running different ways to do it, different ideas, that sort of thing. Do you think they might want this? Do you think they might? So there's like details that I just never registered.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
will. I won't do it now, but I do have my manager at the way back when gave me an audition book, and I can go through some of those auditions that are in that book. I remember like 10 Things I Hate About You. Where it was, who was the casting director, if I got the call back or not.
It's your audition log.
I just found it a couple months ago. Yeah, it was an audition log.
Right.
And I used it for a long time.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're useful. They're very useful.
Yeah. So I could find in there like which ones were on the same day, and
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I know I don't have any of those anymore. That's actually a pretty neat little artifact to be able to
It
pull
is.
out.
It is. It was. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, I auditioned for this. Oh my god, I auditioned for that. Because that's another thing for actors. We memorize and then we wipe the slate clean for the next thing.
Gotta make space for the next thing.
Yeah. So the long-term memory sometimes suffers because of that. Because we've trained ourselves to dump the cash, so to speak.
Unless it's song lyrics.
Unless it's song lyrics, but you play the song again, it pops. Music somehow finds its own little niche as far as memory goes, and words.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Words. That's the word I was looking for. Words.
Now you did mention hobbies before to keep yourself sane. Are there any hobbies that you're personally maintaining right now?
I've started to do a little building again. Not quite furniture, but some refurbishments of furniture, things like that, to work with my hands and focus on those kind of details.
Well, you're a big woodworking guy, right? Like I remember you were making apple boxes. You talked about the Martin Mull chairs.
My coffee, my water are sitting on an apple box right now that I made. I made 2 sets, one light colored, one dark colored, and I enjoyed that. I had access to my friend's wood shop at the time. He was working on a union job, so he wasn't in there. And it's like a kid in a candy store. I had full reign of all the toys he's got over there.
Is there a favorite tool that you really like to use?
My favorite tool?
Yeah, like when you're doing woodworking, is there a tool?
No, it's kind of like asking which finger is your favorite. Like you kind of need them all.
The one you didn't saw off. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I knew there'd be a joke there somewhere. I don't know. Table saws are great. They take a lot of space if you have a good one, because you'll have a giant table with the blade sticking out of it. Shapers are cool. Routers, I mean, everything's got its purpose, and then music. That's the other hobby that I still maintain. Not as much lately as I'd like to, or I should, but I'm still writing songs, and I started that because the hurry up and wait game. You're on the job, and when you're not working, you can either stand there and eat craft service, or you can go back to your trailer. And so I would go back to my trailer and started bringing a guitar in, and the trailer I was in for a long time was 2 trailers in one, 2 rooms in one. Yeah. So Martin was in the other one, so he would start bringing a guitar, and we would sit around all day playing guitars together. And he taught me a lot of things and helped me out with some of my songwriting even.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Yeah, I remember you were really getting into Americana back then, and you were really in your Bob Dylan phase.
I couldn't sing, and that's essentially who I used as a tutor, was Bob Dylan. And that was more of a character exercise, like if I could sing it like myself or sing it exactly like Bob Dylan, and so I'd go into the, I'd sing, give me a song. Now I'm drawing a blank here. If not for you,
Right.
There we go again. I can't be doing all that. Copyright infringement, right?
Yeah, whatever. You know what? To hell with it. I don't care anymore.
Well, now
we're putting it all of it in. Yeah.
So I would. He sort of taught me how to sing, or at least get me out of my shell as far as singing in front of people, because I was, and I don't think I'm a great singer by any means, but I was horrible when I first started to try to sing. And now I feel like I'm all right.
I will be linking to some of Nate's music in the show notes down below.
That would be great.
And you should check that stuff out, because there's a reason. There's a reason Nate Richard hits the top of the charts for Americana on Spotify, ladies and gentlemen.
I did get one song of mine on a cheese commercial for my favorite cheese. Just happened to be my favorite cheese. Dubliner Irish cheese. Anything by Kerrygold is fantastic products, and I'm not just saying this because they paid me. I really, really like their stuff. And I got an email one day. They asked if we could negotiate using the song, and I had never dealt with anything like that. I have friends that do that for a living, so I immediately called all of them. And I remember what one friend in particular said to me. He said, "Nate, this is fantastic. Congratulations. It probably won't ever happen again." He's like, "Enjoy the moment, but this is a fluke."
Nice.
And so I enjoyed the moment. It was good. And I think there may be a link to that commercial. There's iSpot TV is a website that puts commercials out. And so it's like
check that out. If I can find it, I'll pop it in there.
And it's a cute commercial. It's about this little kid trying to woo this new classmate, and she's from Ireland, and he brings her a set of Irish dairy products, cheese spreads, and whatnot.
Nothing says "I love you" like a set of dairy products.
Essentially, that was the tagline. I mean, I probably can't say it out loud for copyright reasons. Who knows? Yep. But yeah, it was. That was essentially the tagline for the commercial.
Now I feel bad. I feel like I put the fear of fair use into your head.
Yeah, you did. I'm censoring myself now.
That's not what the people want. We did a poll. They want, actually, the two winners were Don't Make It Family Friendly and I Don't Care, For God's Sakes, Just Give Me the Podcast.
Those were the two main
Those were the two winners.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What was the loser again? What is the
make it family friendly.
Oh, make it family friendly.
Which is why you'll be seeing this podcast on OnlyFans. Here are a series of Nate and my
Let me just get rid of this right now. That's not happening without a lot of money.
And
or a reasonable amount.
Reasonable.
We can
Nate,
do a foot thing.
Don't you sell yourself short. We are expensive. We are worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And on that note, let's move over to the Fan Zone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn. So
that was 1920s air horn.
Auga, auga.
Auga. Yep.
So before we even sat down to do this, when it was just a sparkle in the eyes of the people, sent out an IG poll.
What people?
I don't know. It came out of my mouth and I couldn't stop myself. And that was just, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is why you watch, folks. This
you got
is why
people
you
in your head, I think is what it is. The people in your head said. Okay.
That's yeah.
All right.
We put out a poll on the Instagrams, and this was on the 15th of January, 2025. And the question was simple. What should we discuss? And here on my secondary monitor, I have those responses, or at least selected responses of that. And I figured that we could kind of touch on that and our thoughts on that and how we might approach them in the future. However, the first one from at Madison Rengley is just, I would pass out. People will love this.
Aw,
Yeah.
stay conscious.
God, I hope so.
Unless it's that bad, then take a nap.
Yeah. I mean, if you sleep through it, that's okay. If we're lulling you to sleep, there is a market for that, and I can figure out how to make that work.
There are health
So, yes.
benefits to, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes. I actually did a video for Madison for a thing that they did for an improv night where they were trying to convince an audience of a story they were telling. And Madison and her comedy partner were convincing the audience that they were the real Olsen twins
Okay.
and that they had retired and put the other two up to replace them to take over. And as you may or may not know, I did a Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie years and years and years ago called
Oh, nice.
Winning London. And so basically I lied and verified for the crowd that that they
fact,
were
they
the real Mary-Kate and Ashley. That's a fun little anecdote there. At English Prof Style would like us to talk about industry stuff, like your audition processes, working on show behind the scenes, etc. I think we're definitely going to cover that. I mean, geez,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we covered that already just in passing.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a weekly thing, actually, because even though we talked about being average people and doing average people things, being in the entertainment industry is so all-encompassing, it becomes every part of your life.
Well, also, I've noticed the more we talk about things, we like, oh, and this, stuff will just pop in that you've forgotten for 20 years. And and it tickles us. We think it's funny. We hope you do too. Funny, interesting. all
You
that
know
kind of
what?
stuff.
That's going to be the interesting thing to see how much of this stuff that we're laughing about and other people are going to be. You ever get that Gen X feeling of, I think this is funny, and everyone else around you is like horrified because they're like, oh my God, that was terrible.
My entire life. But the difference is, back then I wouldn't say it,
Right.
and now I just let her rip, see what happens. And usually it's nothing. Usually nothing happens. Usually it's, I think you and I are the kind of people that are probably harder on ourselves than we need to be.
That's fair. That's true. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the more you think about it, the more instances you can come up with, for sure.
It's getting a little real here.
Yeah, but also, you got to agree with me on this. As you get older, you just like, say it and find out.
The level of DGAF does increase relative to how much older you get. Yes, I would say that's true.
God, when we're 60, imagine the stuff we're going to say.
Oh, we will not be allowed on social media again, that's for sure. At _ Episcopalian said that they would like to hear about behind the scenes Sabrina and current endeavors, which I know we can guarantee.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got at JW Bookworm, and he wants random interviews with not famous people. And he offers himself as an interview person.
I like that.
Yeah. Now, okay. As much as JW Bookworm is not a famous person, he actually is a independent writer and has written several books. So he might actually have some fun things to say.
I think also we could have someone interview us. Just flip that coin, the other side of it as well.
100%.
You know,
That might
because
actually be 2 episodes in and of
We may
itself.
not be thinking of everything we need to come up with.
I've got at Anastasia0318 _ You gotta admire being able to add the things to make sure that you've actually getting those names in. That's good. A rewatch of Sabrina episodes we were both in.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't see why not.
That. I mean, that covers like
Violent Femmes.
Violent Femmes is a good one.
That's
that one
why-
could actually be 3 episodes just on behind the scenes tales alone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the night shoots on that were nuts.
Yeah, it was so much fun though.
And just as a teaser for that, Jenna Lee Green saved me from melting the bottoms of my shoes off.
Okay, that's a teaser. We're not going to get into
We're not
detail.
going to get into that right now.
All right. Well,
I'll remind you about it when we're off. But
please
you
do,
were there
because I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah. At Norse_Mystic, he recently had his honors thesis published and thought that maybe we could cover the themes in it.
Sure, why not?
Now, I will let you know, it is about, what's it called? When you're gorillas and monkeys and stuff. What are they called?
Primates?
Yes, thank you. It is about primates. So, yeah, I actually did get a copy of his thesis.
Okay.
And we could take a look at it. I have talked myself into a corner. I don't know what else
I have to say about that.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Let's see. At AQ Tuttle, I think the obvious answer might be ... Sabrina.
Who?
That's fair.
Again?
And then at Dark Destiny, discuss the spell that kept the two of you looking like this, and then share it.
Oh, that's lighting.
Yeah,
we just talked about that.
Lighting and moisture, and moisture, and we will be releasing a face mask as merch, and it's only going to be $69.99. So, good times.
$1 million.
At Sarah_Cactus_Rose, also wants to hear about Sabrina, and then at Samanthropology_, the impending fall of the patriarchy.
Oh, we could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't want to, straight white guy mansplain this stuff, do we?
I mean, honest to God, the best thing that we could probably do to talk about the impending fall of the patriarchy is actually not try and explain the impending fall of the patriarchy. Yeah. The last thing we want this podcast to be is two straight white guys trying to opine on things that we aren't necessarily.
The beauty of that question is, we can discuss the fact that it was a female-driven show. I mean, it was Melissa's mother was producing it. It was through the eyes of a teenage girl, and we were the support in that.
Well, and I think that
acting support. I mean, not
part of the reason why people might even be interested in hearing from us in the first place is the fact that you and I aren't like alpha male guys. We actually do appreciate women and actually like women and respect women and enjoy seeing women succeed. So yeah, I think that'll probably just be a general theme. At I'm stuck in .1999. I think you know this one because it is very directed. Wants to talk about Nate's music, the writing process, where you get the inspiration, and all that good stuff. Now, she is a songwriter herself. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I've
met her a couple of times, and she's very sweet. Good, great fan to have. Great person to have in your corner.
Honest to God, because this podcast is designed to raise awareness on stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about Nate's music for sure, and just. And I think shameless self-promotion.
It's very sweet of her to ask about that. It's not a very well-known thing, and it's also not quite the in the taste of our demographic for the show.
Right.
Typically it's older folks that enjoy my music. So.
We're going to bring in the youth. And then we had a couple Sabrina fan accounts on Instagram, particularly at Sabrina.theteenagewitch_ and at 90s Moment Sabrina, at 90s Moment, and a couple others who The spelling is making it difficult for me to pronounce. Say 90s memory and definitely Sabrina stories. But at Sabrina.theteenagewitch_ said, no matter what, I will be listening to what you talk about. So that's very sweet.
That is very sweet.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and we did get one last comment. At Natanya Ross.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, somewhat familiar. She'd like to know our thoughts on Natanya Ross at some point. So there we go.
Yeah, we'll have to pull her in here.
Right.
We can do that, I'm sure.
And that, my friend, is our, what did I call it?
Pilot episode? I don't know.
No,
what do you call
Fan
it?
Zone.
Fan Zone.
Fan Zone.
Ba, 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 ba. Auga.
I know this is going to be your favorite point because your memory is so strong and you are so clear on the things that you like and that you're currently doing. We've entered the media spotlight portion of the podcast. Okay. This is where we talk about things in pop culture that currently interest us so we can connect with fans over shared media passions. Yeah.
Pop culture.
Yeah.
I haven't left the house in 20 years. I was...
Are you watching, reading, playing anything right now?
I got the Tic Tac and the...
Do you still have TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, I deleted it during the blip because I was pretty sure it was going to go, and now I can't.
That's a pretty common thing. I really enjoy TikTok because it learns what you like to watch, and what you don't like to watch, you swipe away.
But
there was a little bit of a rehab. It's having to train it a little bit. It lost some things, but it's for me, it's pretty much back to where it was. Comedy, nice. Construction, woodworking.
You turned me on to a really good woodworking guy whose name I forget now, but I'll add it to the show notes, and probably here for video watchers, they'll see the link because he's got a pretty good channel on Instagram, and he joined Substack, I think.
Okay.
But yeah,
I don't even know what Substack is.
Oh, Substack, it's that's a conversation for later. But you can
we can
find
do that on our
this
own time.
podcast on Substack. But yeah, it's I did enjoy TikTok for that. However, since deleting it and moving away, it is remarkable how much lower my screen time is per week.
Oh yeah,
remarkable.
It can become addictive for sure.
An hour and a half a day. Yeah. I had no idea. I mean, Renee was telling me. My wife Renee. You'll meet her eventually. But that was for the people, not for you. You. But she would tell me how TikTok was like, Curtis, you got to stop. And I was like, how bad could it be? It's the TikToks. And turns out it was pretty bad. And a lesson that I should have learned decades ago is to listen to Renee. But, you know, I'm a stubborn old white guy.
Old dog.
So, yeah. Are you watching any TV or have you seen any movies lately that have really like flipped your switch?
Tons. I realize this is going back a long time now, but I just started rewatching it with Natanya as Severance. I just.
But the new season just came out.
I want to wait till she's ready.
Okay. That's fair. You really need to. Actually, I kind of feel like I need to go back and rewatch it myself.
It's worth it.
You get dropped into season 2 immediately following the events of the final episode of season 1.
Okay.
And first of all, on a technical level, the camera work in the opening scene of episode 1 of season 2 is phenomenal. And when you get there, I would love to talk to you about it because I watched a behind the scenes thing about it, and it was, that was cool. That was real cool. Just as a film nerd, just to see how they did that and how that's really neat. I love the fact that modern television is taking so many chances sometimes. Oh, that's really got to be qualified. But anyway, so you're enjoying Severance right now.
No, I'm re-enjoying it. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it the first time around, and I don't typically rewatch anything.
Really?
But, yeah, I mean, there's very few things that I watch over and over again. But that is definitely like I enjoyed it as if it were the first time watching it.
What's another thing that you rewatch to kind of get a hint of where your bearings are at?
Well, sometimes, like you said, if I'm about to watch a new season or so of something, I might back up and watch it just
Sure,
to get
sure, sure.
just
But
to
I
get
mean,
that
like things
running
you
start.
enjoy.
I mean, movie wise, I've seen the Big Lebowski a ton of times. I mean, movies I will typically rewatch. Shows, I don't know. I did rewatch Shrinking, but again for the same reason, I wanted to refresh my memory and get that running start in. Preacher, I've been rewatching,
That's a neat one. That was a good one. Yeah.
and I really can't think of another. Yeah, how about you?
I have been television's been tough because for many of you who may not know, one of the things that I'm doing when I'm not acting is I opened up a game store with one of my oldest friends up here in Portland, Oregon. And so it's a new business. It's only a little over a year old. And so I'm at the store an awful lot.
Yeah,
So Renee and I try to find shows that we can watch together, and then we try to make time to be able to do those. And right now,
sure.
Severance is one of them, and do really enjoy that. That is a good one. But because of that, because I'm in the car so much, I've actually been on a real big music kick lately. And as you've heard me talk about with Natanya, I was so into the cultural moment that was the Drake and Kendrick beef. And
Which I
but
know absolutely nothing about. She's tried to explain it to me, and I glossed over.
yeah, I mean, and in the end, like I feel like sure we can talk about it in the past, but it was another thing to be experiencing it in the moment, because I remember being at my computer on YouTube watching like Philip DeFranco news, and then all of a sudden seeing that Kendrick Lamar dropped a song. And then hearing about Drake dropping a song afterward as it was happening, and hearing those songs for the first time in real time as it was happening. It was like, it was so cool. It was so cool to be a part of that moment. And then, so
I don't know if I'd call that a beef as much as a great marketing strategy for both of them.
sure. Well, not for Drake. I mean, whew.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
he got stumped. Like his career is essentially done right now. I mean, anybody can come back, but yeah, no, it's
Pourquoi? What?
Drake has to, well, because he gave up at the very end of the beef. He wrote a song and was basically like, okay, we can stop now. This was fun. Okay, it's over. And
It's
then
really hurting my feelings now.
and then he
Uh-oh.
started suing people, including his own record label, accusing them of trying to pump up the song Not Like Us, because he really doesn't want that song played at the Super Bowl. Bear in mind, I am pulling and making grand generalizations. People in the hip hop community and news industry have done much better deep dives than I am at this moment. I highly encourage you go find those people and watch that. But for the sake of other people who haven't been paying attention, Not Like Us just spanked the crap out of Drake, to the point where he could not win on a diss track, so he went the legal route. And his own record label is just picking him up and tossing him off the side of a boat. It is insane to see this go. And, he's lost all cred. He's just the kid from Degrassi.
That's rough.
But
I didn't know he was on that show.
oh yeah,
I know
yeah.
nothing. I mean we are now in the topic of today's media culture, and I have very little to contribute.
We're going to rename this segment, everybody, into
Nate
Curtis teaches Nate about pop culture, because I have spent my entire life kind of learning, picking up, and studying pop culture, and I feel like you've managed to either on purpose or by coincidence, kind of avoided it as much as you could.
I remember the day somebody had to explain to me who Kim Kardashian was, and
what a wonderful
and they had a good time doing that because they thought it was so funny that I had no idea. This was 2018 that I learned who Kim Kardashian was. So definitely too late, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So this is that's a baseline for where my pop culture knowledge is.
Okay, well that's pretty strong in and of itself.
So yeah, Curtis teaches Nate.
Well, and where this was all leading is the fact that Kendrick Lamar released the GNX album, which is a seminal album. I mean, he's already got plenty of really, really good albums, but
I can feel myself glossing over it.
That's fair. That's fair. This is not for you anymore. This is for the people. GNX is a seminal album, and it is so good. Immediately when it was released, I listened all the way through, and then I listened all the way through again. My favorite rapper, just for people to have this as context, is MF Doom, and so hearing what he was doing lyrically on that was just really, really, really cool. And that led me down the pipe to Doechie's new album, Alligator Bites Never Heal. And those songs are phenomenal as well. So I've just been listening to a lot of that. And yeah, that's been what I've... And Severance.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. It's a really... I'm excited. So how deep are you into the first season right now? How long until you're going to hit season 2?
Again, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to leave Natanya in the dust on this one because I don't know if I can wait.
Where are you? Like, I mean, there are only like 9 episodes.
She's only on the I think the problem is television, for most of us, we get enthralled, we get into something, and we're alert and we're following. And for her, it's a sedative. So she'll say, I really want to watch episode 3 tonight, and I'm like, it's 9:00. I don't think you're gonna make it. She said, no, I can make it, and which is the exact thing she says when I know she's not gonna make it. And it's roughly 3 minutes. So she's watched episode 2 in 3-minute segments on different evenings. Yes.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. I would like to watch it with her, but I don't think I'm going to have to. I don't think I can wait knowing that it's there and I can't see it. So. Okay.
That's fair.
And again, like I wouldn't typically feel that way about something, but I just think it's that good of a show. I feel like I need to see where this goes.
Adam Scott is doing a tour de force performance, in my personal opinion, in my humble opinion, on this show. I just love the 2 different ways that he plays that character above and below ground. It's just so good. And the supporting cast is so good.
I just remembered another one I definitely rewatched was Bookie. I'm actually on my 3rd time around.
I don't know Bookie.
Natanya. Nick Bakay, executive producer, the voice of the cat. If anybody doesn't know, it's Sebastian Maniscalco, stand-up comedian. He's a bookie, and it is so damn funny. And yeah, it's worth the 2nd, 3rd watch. That one.
That's great.
And now I feel like I am a person who rewatches everything after what I've been saying. But no, those are the only ones. That's it. And it's only recently have I done this. Yeah.
So, folks.
Yeah, no. Watch Bookie. It's good.
This is the audience participation part of the show. What are you watching? Are you watching Severance? Have you caught up? Have you seen that first episode of season 2? Are you also down on the Kendrick Lamar train and Doechii train? Have you heard of and seen Bookie? Tell me how wrong I am for missing that. Especially because I really like Nick Bakay's shows.
Produced by Nick Bakay, voice of Salem.
They're really good.
Yep.
Anyway, so tell us about that in the comments wherever you're watching. And that completes the media spotlight portion of our program. And that, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals, is episode 1, the pilot.
We done did it.
We done did it. I know that we covered a lot of weird material on this first one, but we are going to take your advice to heart and your suggestions to heart. And every week, there will be something new. Every week? Are we doing this weekly?
We are.
Every episode on its release schedule that will be decided later when we know how often we can actually meet and do this will be something like this. So yes, look for us on the Instagrams for the time being, and the subby of the stackies and the U's of the tubes, and check out the notes. And don't be afraid to like, subscribe, comment.
I've heard that said before.
Yeah. I think I said it in backwards order, and it was definitely like an old man, but in the end, we'll get used to it. Have a good day, everybody.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in. That's an old man statement.
That is an old man statement. That's perfect.
All right.
Hi, listeners. It's Curtis. And first of all, thank you very much for taking the time to hang out with us on this little adventure that we're going to call the podcast. As this grows, I'm sure the show will evolve and change, and we look forward to your thoughts, comments, and questions as these things go on. It's interesting being a pair of adult male actors who played teenagers well into their 20s as the industry changes and everything else is going on. And I hope that you're enjoying these little moments of conversation between the two of us after 30 years of friendship in the business. If you'd like to know more, you could, of course, follow us on our different social medias. If you are on Facebook or TikTok, I have deleted those. And we've got Instagram for right now. Of course, the YouTubes, and I'm also on Substack. All of this will be in the show notes. All of Nate's stuff will be linked there as well, but since he's in the bathroom, he can't tell you about them at the moment.